What's going on, you guys? This your boy Tune is YBE TV. Today, I want to tell you guys about factoring companies. For a lot of people that's out there that don't know what a factoring company is, I'm definitely about to explain that. So let's get into it. What is a factoring company and what is a good factoring company? All right, a factoring company basically is somebody that's going to get you your money for a load that you just did as quick as possible. Because the actual turnaround of a load from when you deliver it and get the signed bills and send that in is 4 to 8 weeks. They could take 4 to 8 weeks, give or take. It depends on who you're dealing with. And a lot of the times it can take even longer. Sometimes it can take even longer. So a lot of people, if you like me or anybody else, you want to run your load and you want to get it now. So for example, if you got a load from Chicago to Dallas, that load may take you a day and a half, you know what I'm saying, to get there and get out the way. Now, the thing about that is, after that day and a half, do you want to send in your bills and wait a month and a half to get your money? No, you like me. All right, look, I delivered that, and you get that paperwork in, and you know what I'm saying, you want your money to hit your bank account like the very next day. So you can find you a factoring company. Now, in my journey of finding a factoring company, I when I first started out, I didn't really know a lot about factoring companies. I didn't really know what a good rate was. So a good friend of mine named Jason, bro, hit me up. He was like, "Hey, bro, you found the factoring company yet?" I was like, "Nah, man, I've been looking. The best I seen was Love's." He was like, "What they offer you?" I'm like, "Man, they said 5%." He like, "Dude, 5%?" He was like, "Bro, you ever been robbed without a gun?" I was like, no, why you say that? He was like, "Bro, because they sticking you up." I'm like, 5% bad? He like, "Bro, yeah, bro, like you come out at my people." I'm like, "Who is your people?" So I started looking at videos to see what's a good rate, because I'm like, man, dude, I need to know what's a good rate. And most people saying like 3% is a good rate. Like, or anything 3% and under, you doing good. So I reached out to his people. He was factoring with Phoenix Capital Group. So I reached out to his people. I ended up talking to a woman named Cindy Rollins. She was pretty cool. She gave me the 1-2. She gave me the walkthrough, like, "Hey, if you factor with us, you'll get blah, 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 this, that, and this." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I wrote down their rates. Their rates is basically, if you do a month-to-month agreement, you get it at 2.9%. If you do a 6 month agreement, it's 2.7%. If you do a 1 year, it's 2.5%. And if you don't choose none of those, you can actually tell them how long you want to be locked in, and they'll just give you a rate depending on how long. So if you want to go in between the 6 months and 1 year, 9 months, or if you want to go in between month to month and 6 months, at 3 months, you tell them what it is. That's my understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So you ride it out. And what I mean by month to month is you agreeing that, like, you could cancel at the end of the month. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, this is my month, and then I want to go with somebody else. You could cancel after that month is up. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. Most places that I've heard of or know of, they definitely put a lien on your company. And that's any factoring company, because you that's like having $150,000 loan, because they gonna keep on factoring and them bills can add up. So they definitely taking a risk. So they put a lien on your company, and then what can happen is, if they're going to do all that and put themselves at risk, a lot of them make you lock in for about a year. You know what I'm saying? And if you find somebody better, you still cook, because you still under contract with them. This is the only people that I've seen that will actually let you out of your agreement. So they pretty fair with that. And I checked around with rates, and it was pretty cool. I'm like, man, month to month, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, with these people been telling me on YouTube, it kind of scared. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been cool. And um basically how the factoring goes is, you first thing you're gonna have to do is get you a good app for scanning documents. I use Cam Scanner, CAMSCANNER. I use that. It takes a picture and it turns it into a PDF, and it actually crops it for you. So you just take your bills page by page, take a picture of it, snap, it'll crop it out for you, and it'll put it as a PDF. You know what I'm saying? So you take a picture of every last one of your bills. Boom, 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 boom. You take your rate confirmation. That's what the broker sends you and say you're gonna run this load from here to here for this dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? You get your rate confirmation. You take a picture of every page in it. If it's a 3-page rate confirmation, send them 3 pages. If it's a 10-page rate confirmation, send them all 10. You add that in, and then the last but not least, you invoice. So I use an invoice application that was on the App Store. It's just called, I think it's like Invoice Me, and it's, you can find one of the invoice apps on the App Store. It's pretty simple. One of the things about that is that you can put your logo up, you can put your company information, put that in there, and it'll be on each invoice. And then Phoenix Capital Group, they're gonna send you a little paragraph that you need to add to your invoice in the notes that say, hey, it's factored through Phoenix Capital, blah blah blah. So you put that in your invoice, and then you just put in like the load number, how much the trip paid, and that's it. Get that invoice, screenshot it, put it in CS Scanner, put all that stuff together, and then you just press email. It's gonna say send a copy. You send a copy to Docs at Phoenix Capital Group. This is how you get in contact with Cindy. My bad. You can get in contact with Cindy right there. You send that in, bam, they're gonna send you out an invoice. At the end of the day, you're gonna see an invoice. It's gonna have how much the load paid, how much they little fee is for they 2.5 or 2.7 or 2.9, depending on whatever you end up getting. Whatever they fee is for that is another little like document fee for like $2 or something like that. I forget. And then that's it. So if you got like a trip that you get $1,000 for, after they look 3% or whatnot, you'll end up getting like $1,985. You know what I'm saying? If it's a $985, $990, something like that. I don't really feel like doing the math. 3%. Oh, that's only, well, yeah, it's something like that. But it's like 3%. I'm telling you, it's super fair. It's super cool, man. I can't argue with it. I've been with them for about a year now. I ain't had no problems. If they have any problems with your paperwork, they'll reach out to you. Cindy, she was the rep that taught me, you know what I'm saying, that taught me how to use the system and all that other stuff. And then they're gonna give you a rep that's gonna actually handle your account rep. And anytime there's a problem, they're gonna shoot you over email like, hey, that last page, I couldn't really read it. You need to resend it. Or they'll say, hey, when you build that, you forgot to put in your lumper receipt. Make sure you put in your receipts, anything that got to do with the bills. If you get a com check and you need you need to bill for the lumper, to let them know, like, hey, bill them for the lumper, even though they paid it, put that in there so they won't be trying to take it back from me, or whatever the case may be. And man, it's pretty fair, man. They got a list of people that they use and don't use. You could they got a little platform you could type it in. But man, Joe, like I'm telling you, man, like Phoenix Capital Group with Love's 5%, that's kind of high. A lot of places were saying 5%. I even ran into some people that said they was gonna factor my load for 10% of the load. Some of the people be saying like you got 3 days, you got 5 days. They'll do it in 3 days, 5 days. And some of the guys is out here and they running these loads and they having these brokers take 5% out of their load or 6-7% out of their load so they get their money next day. So if that's one of the problems that you've been having or something that you've been dealing with, make sure you check into that, see what it is. And if you reach out to Phoenix Capital Group, tell them YBE TV sent you. I'm going to put the information in the video. I'm going to probably scroll it in there. If you call her and you get that going and you get that done, make sure you tell them YBE TV sent you. This your boy Tune, signing off. YBE TV. If you don't want to end up in a box, think outside of it. YBE. See y'all again soon, man. I'm start screaming from the car, bro.